got Mr. Carlos Rivera. Would you like to say hello to all the people out there?
This is Carlos Rivera, your candidate for mayor, and I want to say hello to everybody. This is truly an international program. Y también les quiero saludar a todos nuestros escuchantes que están por todo México y por todo el mundo. Y como está hablando aquí Jerry, tenemos gente escuchándonos en todo este mundo. Así que gracias por acompañarnos y estamos muy alegres aquí. Espero que nos hablen y nos acompañen, no nada más con las entrevistas, pero con la música, que se pongan a mover.
Exactamente, de eso se trata, de traerles entretenimiento a todo el mundo. Y saben que pues para mí y para mucha gente que yo creo que ha creído en este proyecto de Empire Borderland, en el cual transmitimos en vivo, y no solamente eso, también somos un estudio de grabación, pero desde hace mucho hemos dicho que la música es una de las pocas cosas que han quedado sólidas en este mundo, que reúnen a gente, reúnen etnicidad, edades, todo tipo de cultura, se junta en un solo escenario y se vive y se puede sentir. And once again, I'm never going to stop saying that music does bring people together, and it's probably one of the solid things left in this world. But so we do live in El Paso, and talking about what I just said about in the Juarez situation, what do you think of all this things that have been happening in Juarez? Do you think it's going to come maybe to a point where it's going to affect the El Paso population?
And Jerry, it's already affecting El Paso's population, and we can feel it economically, because one of the things that's happening is, of course, we're in an economic recession right now, and it's hurting our U.S. citizens, it's hurting El Paso's taxpayers and small businesses, and of course our friends, and a lot of us have family in Juarez, so a lot of them are having a hard time just getting across and coming across. The peso has been devalued, so it doesn't buy as much as it used to. So right now we're having a difficult time. The city's $9 million short in the budget for this year, and some of it, according to the current mayor's, attributed to our friends from Juarez that can't come across and spend their money here. But I said there's other reasons for the shortfall. But one of the things I'd like to say. See, one of the things. It
was on, so turn it off. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're talking about the violence in Juarez and the impact that it's had on the U.S. side. And Jerry, one of the things that I've seen is it does have an economic impact. It also affects your family, because to me this campaign is all about people. And I say we have to put people first. You're going to hear a lot of candidates talk about stormwater, about the Public Service Board, about the downtown development. And all those are important issues, but to me the most important issues are people. We have to make sure that our people are working, that they can put food on the table, shelter for the families, and health care for the entire family. So those are some of the key issues that we have to address.
Okay, we can start talking about maybe the remodelation of the downtown area. But what do you think about that? Just maybe briefly, you can tell me what you think, and what are maybe some of the changes that you might be able to present for us if the students get the vote out there and everybody else gets to vote out there.
And Jerry, one of the things that I see is, I like the fact that El Paso is going through a major transformation. If you go through downtown and go through the Segundo Barrio, you see some tremendous changes down there. I said, my friend Salvador Valcorta, he was the director of La Clínica La Fe. I mean, he's responsible for a lot of the transformation that's taken place. They're currently, they've already been approved to build an apartment complex. Some of it is affordable housing, and some of it is going to be rented out at market rates. But some great changes. One of the areas that I look to improve on is to get more of the business sector and the residents of the Segundo Barrio and the central part of El Paso involved in the planning and in the development. Because when the plan was originally developed, it was primarily done by people outside of the downtown area. So we need to make sure that they're involved. Economic development is one of the key issues that I hear not just from our youth, because last week we were talking to Manny Mendoza. He just moved in from Austin. He's a local guy, young just like you guys. And he's also in the multimedia, movie advertising and marketing area. I said, I hope you guys, partner up or team up, because he's got some tremendous ideas. And if you guys could, form some kind of joint venture, you guys can do tremendous here in El Paso. One of the things that we want to do is promote your businesses, help you guys grow, because you guys are the future leaders here. I said, we want to make sure that you're strong when you get to my point. So those are some of the things, we want to make sure that our young entrepreneurs are successful now, because you guys are going to set the stage for the young kids that are growing up right now. And to all our students at UTEP, as Jerry was saying, I admire you guys for facing the challenges in spite of the delays and the all the challenges that you face. If you live in Juarez and have to come across the border, I said I admire you and hang in there, because you have to persevere to complete your degree and get out here and become successful entrepreneurs or whatever you decide to do here in El Paso.
Can you tell me maybe some of the reasons why do you think you should actually be mayor for El Paso? I'm sorry to ask it so directly like that. I'm sorry, but we tend to straight to the heart. Hit it.
No, Jerry, I said one of the things I tell people: if you have something to say, just come right out and say it. You touched on your business. You guys are starting something tremendous here. One of the reasons that I feel I'm the best candidate for mayor of the city of El Paso is because I want to promote small business just like yours. Statistically, small businesses create over 80% of all jobs that are created in the community. I said, so instead of, it's good to bring big business from the outside. They do bring jobs, usually hundreds, sometimes thousands. But if you look at job creation by small business, that's where the growth takes place. And I'd like to see more young people like you, entrepreneurs, come in. I said, because if you start up, you're successful, you expand, you're going to hire people. Exactly. And we talked about Manny Mendoza in the multimedia advertising and marketing. Same thing. If he's successful, he's going to be able to hire some more people. And that's the area that I want to emphasize to our young people out there, our voters, that if you have some dreams, if you have some any thoughts of going into business, I said this is the time to do it. We're at a crossroads. A lot of the jobs that have been lost during this economic recession, they're not coming back. That's the end for it. It's kind of like during the garment industry. Once those jobs left, there's no more manufacturing here. And that's one of the things that's going to happen now. A lot of the jobs that are being lost are gone forever. We have to look at creating new high-tech jobs as well as help entrepreneurs go into new areas. I said the business that you have here, this international internet-based radio station. I said, this is something that was unthoughtful 5 or 10 years ago. I said, and you guys are doing tremendous, and I can see this really exploding. I said, I wish you all the success in the world, because I can see you guys having a tremendous impact, not just in El Paso, but nationwide and international. But small business is really the area that I want to emphasize. I want to make sure we grow it, because that's going to help create more jobs for the people that need it.
More than anything, I wanna thank you, Mr. Rivera, for being here. And if there's anything else that that I might have skipped on, or maybe I got a little bit too excited and maybe I forgot most of the important questions. But I think I hit most of the basic important aspects of why you're going for a major candidate, why we're seeking the youth vote, some of the concerns like the downtown area, the Juarez, the economic. I think we touched on good points. And if there's anything missing that would you like to say hello to anybody, you're here with us.
Well, thank you, Jerry. And when we started the program, one of the things I asked Jerry if he was related to Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead. That's it. That was one of my favorite groups. I said, but I'm glad you guys are in the music business, because one of the things that you mentioned, we need to, instead of building walls, we need to build bridges. And music is one of the greatest ways to build bridges amongst, between different peoples. And one of the things I want to comment to our listeners is El Paso is a strategically located city. There's a lot of other parts of the world that can look to El Paso to see how people from the diverse background, different parts of the world, can live together and get along together without fighting and killing each other off. I said we had some people that came in from Israel, from Jordan, and from Palestine recently, from a group called Friends of the Earth, Middle East, and they just came to find out, how does this community live together with such diversity? El Paso is great for that, and we're a model city. We're going to be a global city, and with my leadership, I said we'll be even better. But a couple of things that I want to mention is as we turn this mic over to one of our young leaders, and I said it's not just future leaders in public relations. You guys are future leaders in all categories. So one of the things I ask our listeners, make sure to register and vote. If you can vote in El Paso, you need to register by April the 9th, so you can vote by May 9th. And as I depart, I thank you for the opportunity to be here with you guys. I'm very impressed with what you guys are putting together with the studio, with the music. I said the club. I mean, you guys are, you guys are visionaries, and I look forward to coming back and enjoying what you guys are doing. The last thing I want to say is, if you want to find out what our campaign is all about, log on to www.carlosformayor.org, and that's Carlos with the number 4, mayor.org. So thanks again, Jerry, and thanks, Luis, and thanks to you.
Oscar. RoboCop.
Well, listen, thanks, guys. I really appreciate the opportunity, and like I said, we'll do anything to help you, promote your business. I know you're already successful, but I expect that you guys are going to be even more so. Thank you for having us here.